transfer this to patient's account, please? This is for you, Esther. Okay, fine. Bye.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm surprised you got back so soon.
Well, get back. I'm bringing you some information.
I've been trying to reach you.
What's up?
You first.
What's about Mrs. Renfrew?
You talked to her?
Right after the memorial service.
And what'd she say?
She did not make that phone call.
Oh, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
And who could have made the phone call? You don't think it could have been Heather?
Well, I am sure as hell gonna find out. Now, what was it you wanted to reach me about?
Well, it was not really what, it's who. And, excuse me. Name Miss Logan. Jeff. Oh, no. Thank heavens Joe's here. Oh, I'm sorry it didn't go so well. Okay, well, look, we'll pick up the pieces on our end when you get here, okay? You go and get the errands for PJ, all right? Fine. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
What's up with Jeff?
Well, it's Jeremy. I sent him over to Pop Snyder's to talk with him, to tell him about Steve and Lars, and well, Jeremy didn't take it too well. He ran out, and he's sitting on the hospital steps right now, and he doesn't know what to do.
I'll go get him.
Well, that's why I called you, just in case it went like this. So, Jeff's at Diana's apartment now, picking up some things for PJ.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go talk to Jeremy, and then maybe I'll go over and help.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
Dr. Cunningham, Robert Troutman, or staff. Dr. Robert Troutman, or staff.
Want to talk about it?
I think you know what's wrong.
You know, we all have to adjust to this news about PJ.
I know. I just said something really awful to Jeff.
How awful?
Well, I said he must be happy now that he found his real son.
Yeah, that's pretty awful.
I just couldn't help myself.
I hope you know this doesn't change the way he feels about you.
Nice try.
No, we'll back off. Wait a minute. Think of who we're talking about, okay?
I'm sorry. I mean, I know he cares about me, but...
But what?
Well, this kind of messes everything up.
In what way?
You know, with my mom and everything.
He still loves her.
Still think they'll get married, huh?
Sure they'll get married. I mean, isn't that what you want to have happen?
Well, sure, but... now I'm going to be even more in the way.
What are you talking about, man?
Come on, Joe. You know what's going to happen if they get married?
Why don't you explain it to me?
They're going to want to have a kid of their own.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people do. Don't you want a brother or sister of your own?
Well, sure I do. But 3 kids is a lot to handle. Especially one that belongs to Heather and one that doesn't belong to anybody at all.
Doesn't belong.
Me.
Jeremy, I think you're feeling sorry for yourself. Now, come on, man. Just think about it for a second. You know you belong to both of them. But think back, they fell in love while they were battling for custody of you.
You know, Joe, sometimes you're not such a bad guy after all.
They really love you, man. You let them worry about the statistics and logistics and all those other istics that grown-ups are interested in, okay?
Okay.
Good. I also think well, I kind of figure this is a difficult time for Jeff, you know? Like, he really needs to know that we're behind him because, well, like you and he had a lot of years together, a lot of time together where you could let your friendship sort of grow. But all of a sudden, he finds himself where he's got to become PJ's friend real quick because he's going to be PJ's dad all his life.
Yeah, I guess I'm just thinking of myself again.
But everybody does it, really.
Do you think you're still at Pop Snyder's?
No. Ann told me that he was going to go over to Diana's apartment and try and pick up some stuff for PJ.
Lars and PJ are about the same age. So what?
They are more than about the same age. They were born on the same day. Stephen Lars is PJ. Shut me out like this. I am putting my life, I am putting my future on the line by telling you this.
Your future?
That's right, my future. I know that you can get an attorney and you can take PJ from me. But that's a gamble that I have to take because I finally had to tell you the truth, Jeff. I finally had to. I want us to be together to raise our son.
Yes, I remember. So what?
And he finally managed to scrawl out a note to me, which he gave to me just before he died.
What kind of a note? This doesn't make any sense.
Jeff, don't yell at me that way, please. You're making me feel like an absolute criminal when it was Heather who's been deceiving you all along. Mrs. Grant found the note one day, and suddenly I knew that she was in on the secret.
Why would she lie to me? Why would Mom lie? I cannot believe that Alice Grant knew about this. She would not keep a secret like that from me.
She would to protect Heather.
Did you kill her, Heather? Could you kill Diana Taylor?
Well, this is it. Hello, Luke.
Oh, hi, Amy.
You remember Heather, don't you? I think I've met you at the disco once.
I believe so. It was quite a while ago. Welcome to Kelly's Diner.
Kelly's? Any relation to Joe Kelly?
Same family.
In fact, his stepmother owns this place. Now, waiter, we would like your finest table, please.
Mademoiselle, would be a pleasure. Primo table over here.
Okay.
That's my German accent.
German?
Yes. The special of the day is potato cheese soup. Guess what kind of cheese, and you get crackers.
Sounds delicious.
All right. And here is the menu. If you don't like that, you look it over, because whatever we got in there is primo. Believe me, okay? Whenever you're ready. Excuse me. What are you doing? You did this already?
Listen, I am a genius when I put my mind to something.
I believe it. What is this?
This is Mr. Charlie Lutz's paycheck.
Mrs. Lutz is going to pick it up here?
Yeah, she may pick it up here as soon as I make a phone call.
Great mind. Great mind, great mind. Two great minds.
With a single thought, kid.
Okay, wow. Make a phone call on me.
All right.
Well, Laura says that the stew here is terrific.
Oh, does she eat here often?
Well, I think about as often as she can. She and Luke used to have a real thing. And if you ask me, she still does.
Anyway, I saw them both standing outside the chapel this morning. They look good together. Wouldn't surprise me if he had a thing for her, too. I saw the way they looked at each other.
You notice a lot, don't you?
Not as much as you. You seem to know everything about everybody.
Well, that is because I like to keep up on things.
What do you know about Joe Kelly?
Joe?
Yeah, he comes to visit me sometimes to fill in for Jeff.
Let's see, Joe. He's cute, he's charming, he has a great sense of humor, and everybody seems to like him. So why are you asking?
Yeah, he just asks so many questions all the time. I wondered if he ever asked you anything about me.
Well, no, not that I could ever think of. Why?
Well, I think my mom and Jeff are trying to use him to trap me. You know, he's so good at asking questions. I think they're trying to catch me up in some kind of lie, like I've done something wrong or something.
Wrong?
Remember when I was home over the Christmas holidays and we returned those Christmas presents?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we broke a rule. And if anyone found out about that, they might go to Dr. Nelson. And if they told him, it might stop me from being an outpatient.
Now, come on, Heather.
Maybe I'm just imagining things, but one little slip-up like that, it might ruin my chances of being released and getting my son back.
Well, Heather, I don't want you to think that I would ever say anything about that to anyone. I would never tell anybody anything that we've ever done. Especially that. I mean, I'm the one that let you go shopping by yourself.
Thanks, Amy.
I'll never say a word. I promise.
I knew I could trust you.
Well, let's try to find something on this menu. Potato cheese soup, huh?
I remember when I was little, I made a bug pie and I ate it. Yeah.
Oh, how's it going?
Hi.
Hi.
Did you tell Mom
Tell me what?
about Mrs. Renfrew?
Oh, yes, Joe told me.
I mean, I knew I'd be a big help in this case.
Yeah, as a
What
matter of
can I
fact,
say?
you have been a big help right from the start, too, kid.
I'd say you are both doing a terrific job.
Did you tell her about the next phase of the plan?
Not yet, oh.
Can I?
Sure, it's your list.
What are you talking about?
Remember the list we made about all the people that knew you were going over Diana's house?
Of course I remember.
Okay. Well, Joe decided that he's going to talk to all the other people and see if any of them are as interesting as Mrs. Renfrew was.
Good phase. Does seem like someone's trying to frame me. And to do that, they'd have to know I was going to Diana's last night, right? So who are you going to speak to first?
I kind of thought I'd talk to Amy first.
Amy?
Yeah? If you ever need to know anything that's going on, ask Amy. She's a veritable fount of information. I take it this doesn't meet with your approval.
Well, it's not that.
Oh. Well, she does seem to be seeing Heather a lot these days.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that might be a hang-up. She is the one person who seems to be supportive of Heather in all these situations, if you know what I mean.
Is Amy working today?
No. As a matter of fact, after the memorial service, she took Heather to lunch.
I know. It just seems so bizarre to think that we actually know, or, well, knew someone who was really murdered.
I know. It's awful.
And to think that Diana was murdered that way in her very own apartment. I just can't help wondering who would have done that. I mean, Heather, who could have hated her that much? She was such a nice lady. You know, I even liked her when she yelled at me. I just can't imagine. Unless maybe she was involved with a man and they had a lover's quarrel. Or maybe she had a fight with another woman.
Or what?
Or, well, I was just going to say that it was probably somebody that she knew and not a stranger. Well, that's what the papers say, and that's what the police think, and...
What's wrong, Amy?
Well, I didn't want you to think that
Oh, that you were referring to me. Don't worry about it. I didn't think that. We both know I was locked up in Forest Hills. I could hardly have shot her from there, now could I?
Okay.
Oh, good. Our soup's finally here.
Thank you.